This week on episode number 279 of the Convincing Idiots podcast, we remember the late, great, hilarious Catherine O'Hara on her recent passing. If you're looking for some caviar, maybe try McDonald's. We'll tell you about that. We'll talk about the 2026 Grammys, performances, winners, thoughts, and in honor of the Super Bowl, in our main topic, our favorite Convincing Idiots Mount Rushmore list of the greatest football-themed movies of all time. Stick with us, keep listening, keep watching, and let's start the show.
You guys enjoy your whatever that is.
All right, test.
Call it again?
Convincing idiots.
Called it ham gravy.
I informed them that I sided with the stat man, not just anyone's opinion, the stat man Brian Fisher.
Kids today.
Jingle All the Way is in fact the best Christmas movie of all time.
I need to get Grandma a present, and my herpes is flaring up. I got it.
Mm-hmm.
Yo. I'm the millennial
We're
Santa.
three friends representing three different generations. That's our whole shtick. That's our thing.
Mm-hmm.
Nick got the whole poop.
I'm standing in the sea
Caucasian.
breeze, holding a turd, just mightily. I'm just going hitting hats.
Anyway, on a lighter note,
Welcome to the podcast. Welcome to the vodcast. Welcome to the broadcast. Boys and girls, welcome to the show. This is Convincing Idiots. My name's Dean, the Zennial.
I'm Brian Gen X.
And I am Millennial Nick. We are Convincing Idiots, a weekly podcast of three friends who represent three different generations. We get together here each and every week to discuss all things nerd and pop culture. So if you've not already done so, please
Go
go
to podcast with the
and
Swedish
find us.
chef here.
Shut the fuck up. I'm doing my read. Tell them where people can find us. Please feel free to go find us on all of your favorite social media accounts. We are on the vast majority of them. All you have to do is go to Google and type in Convincing Idiots Linktree. That's Linkttree. And there you can go be sure to subscribe and like and rate and review. Hell, you can even drop us an email. Maybe there's something you'd like to hear us talk about or something that we forgot in a past episode that we need to know about. You'd be sure to let us know. You can even find a link to our merch store. That's right. We have a TeePublic store with all kinds of fun Convincing Idiots merch for you to put on your bodies. You can also find all that information and even more by going to our website, which is convincingidiots.wordpress.com. This is episode 279 of Convincing Idiots.
Holy moly.
You damn right, holy moly. So, gentlemen, we are back together once again. Brian, what are you drinking tonight? Is it still the Great Lakes?
Still the Great Lakes, Conway's Irish Ale. One of my favorites. Great Lakes Brewing Company, Cleveland, Ohio. Keep it coming. All through March.
Well, I'm going to go, since Nick seems to be on a slight mute of some sort. I actually have the exact same Conway's Irish Ale
All right.
from Great Lakes Brewing Company. It is
Super
delicious.
Yes.
That time of the year again.
Yes, indeed.
Nice. And I am having a bit of a homemade concoction.
Theraflu and
I have been a little under the weather with the cold we've had here, so I've got myself a hot toddy featuring some number 99 distillery, some of Wayne Gretzky's whiskey. So there we go.
All right.
Ooh, all right.
Very nice. Very nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's a fine recommendation.
It sure is.
Fellas. Absolutely. So,
Mhm.
how about anything else you want to recommend in the world of pop culture? Dean, why don't we start with you? If you saw, listened, watched anything, give me 1, 2 things real quick.
Mickey Mouse is my producer this week. So, all right. Actually, the
rest
one
of the
thing I
room
do
doesn't
want to
get the
recommend,
joke.
they don't. This week I'm watching the same stuff I did last week, so I'm not going to recommend that again. But I did at the bar the other night try for the first time Field of Dreams bourbon.
Oh.
Have you ever heard of it?
No.
It's made. I've seen the ads on Instagram and everything, but I found it at a bar at the pregame actually, and had a little bit of it there. If you ever get out and about, or you can order it online. Come to find out, Field of Dreams bourbon. It is a bit of all right, I tell you, a bit of all right.
If you drink it, they will come.
Dean will come.
Yeah, drink enough of it, I will.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Nick, the pregame tavern in Barberton, Ohio, known for their fine whiskey and top shelf items. I'm quite sure
They actually do have some a good whiskey and bourbon selection. Actually,
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. I'm happy to hear that. So check
They
it
do
out.
have a nice. It's a nice little bar. Yeah.
yeah,
It is.
they're also they're going out of business for a little bit and then changing their name and everything else. I just heard. Yeah, so.
Like the post game tavern or
Something like that. Well, I think they're going to first go to the game tavern, and then later it's going to be the post.
I see.
You got to do it in the certain order.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, it's good. That's good. How about you, Nick? Anything you want to recommend?
I'm going to recommend something that I very recently have been listening to you, and that is the crispness of your guys' voices over these sweet new earphones that Brian got me for an early birthday present. So thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Stepping on up in the world. But no, other than that, I don't know. I've just been watching some basketball and stuff. It's what I got on in the background here, and I don't know. I've been busy kind of rearranging some stuff in the house and doing things. I haven't really watched a lot of TV that I can really recall, so I have no real striking recommendations this week.
Very good. Did you listen to the whole Megadeth album, Nick?
I did. Okay, so that's a good one. I would recommend the new Megadeth album. I thought it was. I don't know that we talked. I know. I think I texted you the day it dropped, and so as we know, and I think we've talked about it in a past episode, this is Megadeth's last album. So they what did they form?
God, boy,
late 80s or early 90s?
Early 80s, dude. It was
early
83,
80s.
82, 83. Yeah, like Peace Sells was like 86, something like that, dude. So that was like their second or third album.
So he immediately, like the second they left him at the hotel from Metallica, he was like, tomorrow I'm starting Megadeth. Because that's right there. But anyway, big fan of Megadeth for many years. They're going on their last tour, which Brian's going to see with Iron Maiden. That'll be really cool. But I really enjoyed the new album. It was very true to their sound for all these years. I thought it was a good note to go out on. Definitely some good, like typical Megadeth thrash, fast-paced metal songs. It was good. So it was good to see them go out on a high note.
Absolutely, very good. 2 quick things. You mentioned the Swedish Chef, earlier with Nick, but we watched the Muppet Show pilot.
How was that?
This evening. You know what? If you are a fan of the original Muppet Show, you will love it.
Okay, good.
You will love it. Good job, Seth Rogen and Jim Henson Company. Everybody involved. I don't know if it's Disney anymore. I don't know if it's Jim Henson Company still or not. I don't know, but. So many Muppets from the original are there. The entire band, Gonzo, Rizzo the Rat. Nick has a musical number singing The Weekend. Just
I
so
can't
good.
feel my face when I'm with you, but I love it. Oh, I love it.
It's Sabrina Carpenter was a perfect guest on there. She really was. So just a lot of fun. So again, if you like the original, you would definitely love this. It's a
And
half
it's on
hour long.
Disney Plus.
Disney Plus, absolutely. So you can find it there. It might be on Hulu too. I'm not sure, but definitely
I
Disney
did
Plus.
just read it did get a 100% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yes, absolutely.
We have not had enough Rizzo the Rat content
No.
singing about cocaine so far in the Muppets, so I appreciate that. That's
agree.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good. And then I did watch the new Frankenstein movie on Netflix as well. It's up for Best Picture. Fantastic.
Yeah.
It's a different variation of the Frankenstein story. I didn't realize this, but I guess it's partly more true to the book, where the creature is more intelligent, right? But he changed the storyline a little bit, but it's definitely very good. It's beautifully shot, it's well acted, makeup is great, just well worth it. So if you like that sort of thing,
Oscar
you
Isaac,
definitely.
right?
That's Oscar Isaac plays Baron Frankenstein. That's right. He's fantastic. He was up for Best Actor for that. And I can see why too. So you will not be disappointed, even if you're just sort of a casual Frankenstein fan. It's just a very, very good movie. So definitely check that out. So
Yeah, I'm gonna look at that. It's in my queue.
yeah, for sure. Like about 2.5 hours. So it's it's a minute, but it's definitely worth a watch. Flew right on by for me.
Sure.
Okay, so pop culture headlines here, guys. I hate starting with a death, but I have to acknowledge we have to acknowledge Catherine O'Hara.
Doesn't hate it.
No. But Catherine O'Hara passed away at 71 recently. I mean, certainly just a great body of work in comedy, SCTV, Home Alone, of course, Beetlejuice, Schitt's Creek. She was fabulous on Schitt's Creek. Won an Emmy for that. Just so good. One of my favorite comedy that. So many of them on that show, really, but she was so good on that. One of the best comedic roles on a television show of all time, in my opinion. So
yeah.
just
That whole
fantastic.
that main cast of characters, everybody in the family, played off each other so well. You know what I mean? And between Catherine O'Hara and Eugene Levy, I mean, they were on SCTV together. They've known each other for decades, and it's just like everybody really played really well off of each other in that show.
I saw the recent it was a Westminster Dog Show paid homage to her because of the Best in Show movie that she did and everything. So recently. So make any other words on Catherine O'Hara? I'll just put to you guys.
Also, she not a lot of people forget she was the voice of Sally in The Nightmare Before Christmas too.
Yes,
which
that's
is,
right.
I mean,
that's right.
Catherine, like that was one that, like, when I read that it was late last. I think it was. After we recorded, I think it was last Friday. It was like the day after we recorded last week.
Yeah.
I actually gasped out loud. Like I was like clutching the pearls. I was like, no, like I was so stunned by it. I mean, I didn't know that if she was ill or anything like that. It just, Catherine O'Hara was just fucking an absolute treasure. Like, just so like you just said, I mean, just a great body of work. I mean, she has been in so many, cultural staples, films and television shows over the years. One of a kind. I mean, it's just, what else can you say? She was so incredible. Everything that I've ever seen of her in interviews and talking with with other actors and things like that, just seemed like just the most down to earth, just amazing woman. And she will absolutely be missed. I mean, just an incredible talent, incredible loss, and even to be like working so I mean, late into her career too. I mean, she never lost a fucking step. You know what I mean? Schitt's Creek was very recent, and it's almost like to a new, younger audience. You know what I mean? Like, that was a whole other introduction to people who maybe didn't grow up with all of the other stuff that she had done before. So it's really a testament to her talent and dedication to her craft through all those years. So she certainly will be missed.
Yeah, absolutely. Dean, any other thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, she was. I mean, the word that comes to mind for her is versatile. As a comedic actor, going from Schitt's Creek to Beetlejuice. I mean, just the difference in the characters and the role she chose, and she brought her own unique style to it, and she was so goddamn funny in every one of them. Whether she was playing the straight man, off of whoever, or just being the ridiculous character, she was fantastic in all of it. It was a shock to me as well. Nick said everything there. She's going to be missed. It is a huge loss to Hollywood and the comedy, Hollywood comedies in general. There is a generation when Home Alone came out, I was the age of Kevin McAllister, right? So to me, I remembered her from SCTV. You seen her in Beetlejuice and all of this, but there is a certain part of kids my age that was right in their wheelhouse for Home Alone, where she will be the mom. You know what I mean? She has that motherly figure, no matter what role she's in, no matter how versatile she can be. She'll always have, you'll always look at her as that motherly figure. So that it hits a little different because of that. So,
yeah. It's very touching.
Sure.
The stuff you see of her and Macaulay Culkin, that like he would call her mom and stuff like that. Still after all these years and stuff, it's very, very sweet.
Yeah, his tribute to her little message that he put out there was very nice after she passed on. So, yes, definitely super talented. When one of the I get a little extra sad when one of the funny ones passes on. You know what I mean? Yeah. So. Yeah, definitely
fuck
pause.
the serious ones, but the funny ones, it hurts.
Well, you know what I mean. It just a little extra sadness,
Yeah.
All right.
Brian hates dramatic actors.
Yeah,
because they bring you so much joy, and then they're making you sad.
Yeah. Life's serious enough. We need people to make us laugh.
Not mine.
The huh?
Not mine.
No. Well, you're not one of them, so don't worry.
Mine's a tragedy.
Nor do you make us laugh. You really check all the boxes.
That's what I meant. Yeah. The Grammys was on Sunday evening. We watched all of it, I think. So Marlo's a big fan here, Allie's daughter, and and it was okay. It was all right. So some very good touching moments, that type of thing. With Bad Bunny won, there was so the big. Did you guys watch the Grammys? I'll just pause there for a second. Did you watch the Grammys? Either one of you?
I consumed it how I consume all award shows, through snippets and clips on Instagram. Yes.
Yeah.
So yes and no.
Yeah.
I did watch it, actually.
Did you?
Yeah. What'd you think?
It made me mad. Like any show, kind of like
you didn't know who anybody was.
Exactly.
Who
That's
are
exactly
these people?
It made me mad the same way New Year's Eve, Rockin' Eve makes me mad, because these people come on the stage and you spend half the time going, who in the fuck is that? What is it? Why are they wearing that? And you don't feel you don't feel as old as you do when you watch something like that.
What's a Billie Eyelash, and why is Billie a girl?
I do reckon. I mean, I did not know everybody. There was a couple I did know. I do know Billie Eilish. I follow her on Instagram. But there were some people that were just dressed like assholes. It's just.
Yeah,
I get that they're supposed to be outrageous and silly, but I don't need that in my life. I tell you who surprised me: the performance by what's the kid's name? Got all touched up by Diddy.
Justin Bieber.
Justin Bieber. Yeah,
got all touched up by Diddy. Yep. Who's that kid?
Yeah, that one.
You're gonna have to be more specific.
That's true, but you know who I was talking about. No, I was surprised. Like, that was a very cool performance. I was confused on why he was in his underwear while doing it. But it was neat. It was different. Good song. dude got a great voice. Yeah, I enjoyed the Bieber performance.
Yeah.
Now, and I'll let it send it back to you guys, but I just want to complain about Lady Gaga. What an asshole! All right, can we all agree that she's an asshole?
Absolutely not. She's a treasure.
No, she's talented, man.
I love her.
Well, she should show it then. If
Well,
she's
that was
got
pretty-
so much of this talent that everybody's talking about, she should show it when she sings. Because I didn't see shit.
Oh, like the weird birdcage hat or
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah. Mm.
Like, come on, you. And then the I think there was auto tune, and it's like you can sing. You have a good voice. Why are you wrapping this dickhead gimmick around your whole aura? Are you that insecure? Just fucking sing. That's what you do well.
But that's always
That
been
and-
part of her whole thing, is
I
like
know,
the
she's
very
always
over the
been
top presentation of the
I understand that. And
outrageous fashion
she's
and
always
things
been
like
an
that.
asshole. Then she's always been an asshole.
All right.
Yeah, that's it. I watched the Grammys finally.
I enjoy watching
The first
shows
time in a
that
long time.
upset me. I like it.
Well, I did it.
Very
I honestly,
I'm
I
very
turned it on
relaxed.
because of the show. I know we would talk about it, so I honestly, I was flipping by and I'm like, okay, I know we'll talk about it, so I'll watch a little bit of this.
I'm very at home with being upset, so I like this is my comfort zone. I like that.
My
I don't like this,
wheelhouse.
but I like it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Zero relaxation. I like it.
It fuels
Good
me.
for me. Mm-hmm.
The anger fuels me.
I liked the tribute set was pretty cool as well. I did like what they did with, I don't know if they normally do this or not, but they had different artists, and as they sang, they showed those who had passed on around that particular genre. I thought that was interesting, like the country performers, and then the Post Malone with Slash and Duff up there playing, the Black Sabbath to honor Ozzy, and then the rock people who had passed on, I guess, and just all that was very cool, So that was nice. So the big four winners. If you did not see, the Song of the Year, Billie Eilish for Wildflower, Record of the Year, Kendrick Lamar, featuring SZA and Luther. I remember SZA from before, Nick, from all that time ago.
Sure.
Album of the Year, the big Bad Bunny, for Debbie Terrar, Moss Photos. I'm probably saying it at least partially incorrect.
I think you nailed it.
Nailed
Yep.
it.
And winner for Best New Artist, Olivia Dean. So there you have
What's
it.
up?
Yeah.
What's up? No?
And
You won
then,
Best New Artist.
Yeah. Wow. I wasn't expecting this. I'd like to thank none of you. None of you helped me to get there. I did it on my own. So go fuck yourselves, and thank you for this. Good night.
And Cher did have an amusing kind of flub there a little bit at the end, where she kind of
Her
forgot
teeth
to
fall
announce
out.
she received a like a lifetime achievement award, Grammy.
At this point,
And
isn't
then
it like a couple
forgot to-
lifetimes?
I was going to
Maybe,
say, is you get a couple times over. Yeah.
maybe.
She's like 106.
Right.
And then she forgot to read the nominees and kind of walked off the stage, and Trevor Noah had to sort of, "Hey, come on back" or whatever. He always does a good job hosting, so he did a nice job too. So
Yeah, he was pretty good.
yeah. All right, but you can find it now streaming on demand on Paramount Plus. It's there now, and it's moving to. Go ahead, please.
I have a feel-good story that I just learned of
Sure.
this evening that
And
came
when
out
he's
of the
done, I want to
Grammys as
complain
well.
about one more thing.
Okay.
My feel-good story is, notably, it was, 1989 or 90? I think it was 90, when Milli Vanilli won the Grammy for Best New Artist, and then had to give it, or didn't have to, but that's when they decided they were going to give it back. They were going to come clean, the whole story. This year, in 2026, Fabrice Morvan, one half of Milli Vanilli, was nominated for a Grammy.
Really?
Well, that's
Yes.
fun.
He didn't win it,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
he did. He was nominated, and he got
That's
his
cool.
little. I saw a video of him on TMZ with his medal that he got for the nomination. So it was a very nice moment. It was for his his audiobook of his documentary. But it felt very serendipitous that after the
Nice.
whole Grammy scandal of 1990, I believe it was, that he got nominated for a Grammy, and it made me feel good to see that. So poor
Good.
man's been through a lot since then.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Hanging in
that's
there
cool.
doing his thing. Good job.
That's right. Yeah.
Excellent. All right, Dean, you have one more complaint?
Yeah, you said it's going on to Paramount Network. What a garbage fucking app that is. Do you guys have Paramount?
I keep
I-
meaning to cancel it, and then they
Yes.
gave it to me for free for like 6 months, and I was like, okay, I guess I'll just keep it.
Yeah, I mean, we watch the School Spirits, and we watch it every week now. And what a shit app! It buffers,
It freezes.
freezes, and there's a triangle, the play triangle, right in the center of it that just randomly pops up through the whole fucking episode. Paramount is garbage.
I've not had that
ass.
one happen,
I don't
but I
have.
had.
Yeah.
I've never seen this before either, and it's
Yeah.
only on this show. Like, it's really weird.
Last Halloween, I found out that they had The Crow streaming on Paramount, and I was like, oh, and I'm like, one of my favorite movies. Haven't seen it in a few years. Gonna watch this as I go to bed tonight. And once I saw it, like I had it in my head, and then it was in my heart, and I really wanted to see it. And every time I would try to hit, it would take forever for me to.
Yep.
Everything was delayed, like everything on the
Correct.
remote, getting over to every screen was delayed.
That's a little, yeah.
And then
Yep.
and I would very tediously have to click every letter and then wait and make sure it registered and type of the until it came up, and then I'd and wait for it to go over, and then I'd hit play, and every time it would just do that, the spinning wheel, and then crash out of the app and take me back to the home screen, like out like the home screen of the TV every fucking time, and it made me so angry. It is. It's not. It could use some work on like the interface of it. It just doesn't operate.
Yeah, it's
very
awful.
Well.
Yeah, we
I agree with
watched
that.
when you guys left after the Royal Rumble Saturday. We Jeff and I went out and watched a little bit of the UFC fight, then came back to finish watching the UFC fights and on Paramount. And again, it's buffering. I didn't find out who fucking won, or it was just dog shit.
I do like on there Landman, the Billy Bob Thornton
That's
series.
good.
That's very good. Season 2, really into that. And all the Star Trek content's there, all of it, everything's there, and then
that prequel,
all the Twilight Zones are there, and a lot of different things. Go ahead.
I was going to say that prequel to the Star Trek, the whatever Academy, that kind of looks good.
Yeah,
you got Paul
check that out.
Giamatti in there as an alien. That's fun.
Yeah.
I like that.
Klingon. Mm-hmm.
Yep. Becky Lynch plays one of the cadets or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Yeah, so the content's pretty good, but you're right. The app could use some fine tuning. I agree with you.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. So McDonald's this year is offering a very unique Valentine's Day meal. If you are in it, and the cost is
chocolate covered chicken buttholes.
No. So so February 2nd. So it's already announced, but the McDonald's is announcing it's giving its Chicken McNuggets a fancy pants makeover, releasing McNugget Caviar kits featuring Baril Sturgeon Caviar just ahead of Valentine's Day. The trend will take surf and turf, and it's a trendy take on surf and turf. It'll be exclusively available online on February the 10th, and it's free. So it's certainly a limited thing, and you have limited availability and that type of thing. I don't know if it's in every location, but it is something that they're doing very limited. They show a picture of Chicken McNuggets with caviar on them. What do you think about if you had access to a Chicken McNugget caviar meal? Would you try it? Not your thing? I've never even had caviar before. So, Nick, what do you think about the McDonald's Valentine's Day McNugget caviar special?
Well, I have a lot of concerns. First of all, when it comes to, we all know what McDonald's is. When it comes to quality, I don't know how well equipped McDonald's is to do caviar in the first place.
They're not making the caviar. It's a partnership. So it's a
I have
company
concern.
that
I'm sure McDonald's also has partnerships with farms, but I mean, as far as like the actual meat, like I don't, there's cause for concern there, right?
Yeah.
And then secondarily, what's even worse, what really sends me the alarm bells is that it's free.
Sure.
Don't love that.
No.
no, it's
Now,
only
certainly,
online. Excuse me, it's only online. Yeah, but go ahead.
that's
Sorry.
also a little unsettling. I don't
Well,
like
okay.
that.
Well, here's the question: Do they when you order it online? Do you go pick it up at your local McDonald's, or do
You
they
have
send it
to,
to you?
yeah, right. It's an
No, they must have to send it to you or something like
So
that.
wait a minute.
It's a kit.
It's not
Only
like an in-app
online.
because like Taco Bell, you can.
Mm-mm.
There's certain menu items they claim or they're exclusively in the app. So only if you order on the app can you get certain things from Taco Bell. So you mean to tell me
It's not
like
saying. Oh, here it is. Okay, wait a minute. So
what do you mean
it's-
kit? Do they send the fish and you have to go up in its little fish vagina and get the eggs? What?
Yeah, I think that's what it is because they'll probably send you the caviar. It seems like, and then a $25 McDonald's gift card. So then you could go buy some fresh McNuggets and put the caviar on it. I think that's the idea.
so you're gonna mail me caviar
Mhm.
from
Yeah.
McDonald's.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, maybe that's better.
Mhm.
If it's coming from somewhere that's not McDonald's, maybe. I don't know. That's very
It's a tin.
confusing.
There's a McDonald's logo on the tin. There's a picture. You can look at it online. But there's a picture. It's a little tin with the McDonald's.
Now, does it come from the actual fish, the chicken McNugget or the fish fillet?
That would be funny.
You squeeze it out of the fish
open
fillet.
it up and squeeze it. Yeah,
Yeah.
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 Now,
Mm.
I've never had caviar myself, and I
Mm-mm.
don't think that my first time should be from McDonald's. It's call me weird, but I think I should probably start at a little higher end place.
On the
for my
flip
first time.
side, though, it's at a jumping off point. There's nowhere to go but up, right?
No,
I mean,
that's- that's-
if you're
that's
like,
a
this
valid
is
point.
not
That's
terrible, then
good.
you'd
Mhm.
probably really like
Yeah.
actual
Okay.
caviar.
All
Mhm.
right. Well, okay.
I like
I
that.
think you might have sold me on this one.
Yep.
I mean, if you're going to be eating a fish egg from McDonald's, you better goddamn well sure have some good insurance. And let me tell you where to get that.
Mm.
See, the Blake Insurance Group is an independent agency right here in Barberton, Ohio, offering personal care and support for all of your insurance needs. If you need auto, home, business, or life insurance, give Aaron a call.
Fish egg insurance.
He's going to treat you with the honesty and respect that even Nick deserves.
Oh.
Call the Blake Insurance Group at 234-571-5359 or find them online at blakeinsurancellc.com for your free 5-minute quote today. When you do, tell them that you ate some sketchy fish eggs and you might need that life insurance.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. One more quick story. I just thought it was interesting and cool. So there's a YouTuber, Mark Fishbach, better known as Markiplier. I don't know.
Oh yeah, Markiplier. Okay.
Markiplier, thank you. What does he do? Like what type of stuff does he?
Primarily Five Nights at Freddy's video. That's what like my kids
Okay.
watch him do playthroughs of Five Nights at Freddy's and stuff like that. I'm sure he probably does other stuff, but
Okay.
that's how they know him. That's how I know him.
Well, he funded his own movie, a low budget movie, $3 million budget, Iron Lung, it's called. It's based on an indie video game adaptation. Never heard of it. But it recently dropped, and it pulled in $18.19 million at the domestic box office on opening weekend. It competed with the Sam Raimi film Send Help. And this guy just funded it himself, made it. It's like a horror movie, again, a horror movie based on a video game. Put it out there and is making a lot of money, and it's seems to be critically acclaimed and the whole bit. Just good for him. Thought that was pretty cool.
Wow.
Made some money and invested it in himself, and there you go. So it's a whole thing. Now, certainly YouTube's picking up on this as well. And hey, kind of look what you could do. You could use our platform, use it to make money, fund something else creative. And now this guy's taken off here, and I'm sure you're going to hear about him for, probably a little while out there. So I'm interested to see it. Again, I really don't know what it's about, but it seems pretty cool. And again, good for him. So interested to see Iron Lung. Anybody?
Iron Lung.
Yeah.
Sounds interesting. Yeah.
I didn't know much about it. I think I saw a headline, passing, reading online. I didn't stop to read what it was about, but I did see the headlines, and actually, that's fucking amazing. I like to hear stories like that. I don't know what this guy does on YouTube. I'm not, my son used to watch those. I think he probably still does some of those. Watches the people play video games. I don't get it, but to each his own. But for somebody to A, use their own money, and then B, like fucking beat the system, and make that much money from it, good for him. That's awesome.
You got a theatrical release.
Yeah, that's
$4 million budget, and it's killing. It's great.
Well, I don't know if you guys remember. I think he's still doing it. I used to watch the Star Wars Theory guy. He did Star Wars content, but he kind of did the same thing. He did a Darth Vader, small movie that he produced himself. I don't think it. I mean, it didn't. I don't think it released or anything, but it was for what it was damn good quality. So I mean, it is possible, with a little bit of budget, to especially these days with the technology that we have, it is possible to put together, something like that. So
yeah, there was a YouTube channel I stumbled across a few years ago where they would do like there was one like Scorpion versus like the White Ranger or something. They would do or like somebody from like Darth Vader versus Batman or whatever, and they do these like big,
I
epic,
saw that one. Yeah.
Cinematic looking battle scenes, and they were super fucking
before
cool.
AI
They looked
too.
great. Yeah, like it was literally like, I mean, they had people in legit, costumes and with weapons and shot really well, and like
the Vader versus Batman one was kick ass.
Yeah, they were very cool. So, but yeah, it is cool to see. Like, I mean, like you said, the power's kind of in your hands now, right? Like you're owned by you. All you have to have is an internet connection and an account to like upload stuff. I mean, it's super easy to, and who knows how many eyes you can get on what you're doing, or how many people will find it interesting, and you can build off that. Like that Markiplier guy, like he's one of the consistent YouTubers I think my kids have watched for a handful of years now. And you slowly and steadily build that base. You become more and more known and in that community, and it's super cool.
Get in where you can fit in.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Now, I'm looking for to give people behind the scenes look here with us. Before we started recording, Brian gave us the financials of the podcast. And I don't know how much of that budget is going to go to when we make our movie, but do you think for the money we have, we could get Paul Giamatti to play me?
No. Not quite.
Okay. Maybe
unless he's like, maybe he's looking for a good McDonald's caviar meal, or a Happy Meal, or value meal. Maybe a couple value meal budget.
Value's the word.
If Paul Giamatti has like a beagle that's on the back 9 of life, you might be able to get him.
I've been told I eat and look very similar to a beagle, so all right, I'm okay with that.
Yeah. Yep. Similar breath.
Well, sure.
Yep.
Always licking his own ass.
I'm very bendy.
Well, we don't have a $3 million budget, but we have ours is pretty much a $3 budget. So we're in danger of using that up here in a minute here. So we're going to take a break, take a drink, and get ready to spend our remaining $1.50 on our second segment that Nick's going to tell you all about right after this.
Gen X Brian here from the Convincing Idiots podcast. If you're enjoying our show, tell a friend. And if you're not, well, tell 2 enemies.
Well, whatever you're doing, you're bringing it back in 5, 4, 3.
Oh, hello. Didn't see you there. Welcome back to Convincing Idiots. This is episode 279. Yes, that's correct. I'm Millennial Nick alongside Gen X Brian and the Zennial Dean. That's right. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, by the time you're listening to this, the big game has already happened. But when we're recording this tonight, we are still in preparation for it. So let's stay in the swing of things with football. We are getting ready for the Seahawks and the Patriots epic showdown at the Super Bowl. And to keep it football related, we are going to be each submitting 3 of our favorite 3 football themed TV shows, or movies.
Yep.
And then we will collectively get together. We will discuss and decide which 5 of the 9 submitted total.
I now want a
spot.
TV shaped like a football.
I bet you could find one somewhere.
That'd
I'm
be
sure
pretty
it's been done. If nothing else, back in the day, remember like like an arcade machine would have just basically like a TV monitor like built in.
Yeah, they have the little frame around it.
Yeah, so we're really going off topic here, but I used to have a toy box in my bedroom. It was a Little Tykes toy box that was a giant football. You could take that football, put a carve a hole in it, and put one of those TVs in there. That'd be pretty sweet.
I like this idea.
Yeah.
So as intriguing as our innovative design ideas are, that's actually not what we're talking about in the final segment. So, Brian, why don't you start us off? Give us your 3 submissions, football-related films or TV shows. Go.
Yes, they're in no particular order. I have, for your submission consideration, The Longest Yard. Now, this is the original. Burt Reynolds, 1974.
Okay.
Not the Adam Sandler remake. Excuse me. The North Dallas 40.
I can't tell if you're being sassy or if you actually just had to clear your throat.
Not too great. Although Burt Reynolds was in the remake as well. But anyway, North Dallas 40, 1979. Based on the Dallas Cowboys, but they didn't call it that, but it was loosely based on that by a former player. And 1996, Jerry Maguire, Tom Cruise as the sports agent, Cuba Gooding Jr. That's my 3 for consideration.
Right. Blue 42, red 33. Dean, what you got? Hi.
All right. I'm going to start off with Necessary Roughness from 1991.
Yeah,
Scott
forgot about that one.
Bakula, and then you have The Replacements with Keanu Reeves from 2000. And then I'm surprised, and I would think this will be on everybody's list, Remember the Titans, Denzel Washington.
All right. Well, Dean and I, actually, if I had remembered the first one Dean had, we would have had the same exact list, actually.
Wow. Okay.
So I have The Replacements. I have Remember the Titans, and I also am submitting The Waterboy. So there we go. All right. So, Dean, big fan of your list there, buddy. I forgot about Necessary Roughness because that, I think, and once you said it, I'm like, I know we've talked about it before. We've done similar topics, and I know we've both brought up that movie before, and for whatever reason, it escaped me when I was making my list today. But definitely love that movie. So yeah, The Replacements, I'll start with that one. That was the first one that came to my mind. It's one of my favorite football movies. It's because it's a comedy. It is. It's funny. There's a lot of funny shit in it. But it's also so just a quick synopsis. Obviously, it's the story of football players going on strike. The pros go on strike, and then these either maybe kind of has-beens or guys that have petered out and been playing in minor leagues or whatever. They are the scabs. They step in and they play while the professionals are on strike. And it's just a fantastic movie. Like I said, it's funny, but like it's also got heart to it. It's got like a really good, and then Keanu Reeves' character, Falco. Is it Joe? Not Joe.
Shane.
Shane Falco. Shane Falco. you know, he's just all heart, you know, and he plays honestly for the love of the game, and it's got a lot of heart to it. But goddamn, is it funny? And Orlando Brown, I believe, was he the wide receiver that was in
Orlando
it?
Jones played
Orlando
Clifford
Jones.
Franklin.
That's right. Okay, so but yeah, just
I mean, Gene
fantastic
Hackman
movie.
is the coach. Come on.
Yeah.
Come
Yeah.
on. It's Gene Hackman.
Yeah. And who's the guy that played the Lizard in the Amazing Spider-Man and stuff like that? He's the kicker. He's actually from like a Premier League in England or whatever, or I don't know, maybe he's Irish or something. I can't remember, but he's their team's kicker. But they bring him in because he was a famous football star over in Europe. You know, he's a soccer player.
Reese Iffens, if I'm saying that correctly. RHYS is the first name, so I read it as Reese. Could be Rice. And then Iffens, he played Nigel the Leg Gruff.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Very good.
And Brooke Langdon in that movie. Fucking died. Yeah. Yeah.
Was she the cheerleader that
she's
he was like the love interest of him? Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she got after it there, I tell you.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, it's a great movie.
Yeah. Yeah, I love that movie. It's one of those it's, you know, we say it all the time. It's the one that you're flipping by, regardless of where you stop in it, you are going to watch the rest of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Beat for beat, it's a very common story, very close to Necessary Roughness, but still it's a modern, telling of it. I like that the idea that they didn't try to saddle it with like real NFL and real football. They kind of created their own universe of football, and everybody loves a lovable loser's tale, right? That's why you're listening to this podcast. So, you root for the underdog, and sometimes the underdog doesn't win, but in the movies, more times than not, they do. And I love this movie. I love The Replacements.
Yeah.
Yeah, but a long time since I've seen it. Go ahead, Dick.
One of my favorite lines when Orlando Jones, they put like the stucco on his hands or whatever. He's like, I look like I jacked off a damn elephant. Like he's got like all over his hands, just dripping and shit. It's hilarious.
Yeah, just simple as the scene in the jail. What is the song that? First I was afraid, I was petrified.
Oh yeah.
That's kind of just where the whole team finally comes together. All of them have that kind of moment, but they did it in a great way of like them all singing in a jail and dancing and doing choreographed moves and everything. It was good. It was fun.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a fun movie.
Yeah, Brian, you really, if you hadn't seen it in a while, you should pull that one up. It's very good.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I've seen that one. I do remember liking it. And yeah, okay. I was gonna say I thought it was. I wondered if it was based on the NFL strike, and it was. It was a comedy based on the 1987 professional football players strike. I don't know if you guys remember that or not. It was a long time ago. So that's what happened. Do you know that was the case?
How old was Keanu Reeves when he played in the NFL?
I'm just saying the NFL.
Oh, I'm sorry.
The NFL players went on strike. Okay. And the owners got together basically, and they said we're gonna run a season anyway, and they brought in replacement players. So there was a very weird football season.
Oh, that's fun.
That was like at least 4 to 6 games, something like that, where it was a weird blend of replacement players who obviously didn't make the NFL, and some actual players who crossed the picket line, and they were gonna run a whole season. They said basically, "Fuck you guys" to the players, and then eventually they got it together and played the rest of the season, and they did not count those games. So the games that the replacement players played. So it was a shortened NFL season. And it was like maybe, I don't know, 10 games. I can't remember exactly what it was, but maybe 9 games or whatever. Yeah. And that
Can you
season,
imagine being one of those guys that played on one of in those games and you'd be like, I played in the NFL, but it doesn't
yes.
count. Like it's not in the record books. It's not like
Right.
that's crazy.
But for
Right.
them, it was a thrill. Now, some did get contracts and things, so it did create an opportunity, And I remember that season, if I remember correctly too, Nick, the shortened season. I think the Dallas Cowboys got to the NFC Championship that year on a shortened season. I think
Really, that was
against
going to be my
against
next question: is who won the
against
Super Bowl that
against.
year?
I think the Redskins won. That
Okay.
Cowboys lost to the Redskins in the championship game. I think that might have been the year. That was 87 though. Gosh,
I was
this
still
year
in a
might be
nutsack
wrong.
then,
That
so I
might
don't
have,
remember.
yeah,
Mhm.
that might have been earlier that it happened. Anyway,
We're
I
so
digress,
close to
but it
going
was-
to a sock.
yep, yep. All right, so that's an argument for the replacements.
Replacements.
Dean, you have any argument you wish to make
All
for
right,
any of your selections?
I'm going necessary roughness next. Again, it is like the said replacements. It was in 1991. I was huge Quantum Leap fans. I don't know if you guys know this about me. But
I think so. You may have mentioned this once or twice.
Yep, once or twice. Okay.
Mhm.
But Scott Bakula, he plays the lead. It's the premise is there was a scandal at this college, this Texas college, and they had to get rid of the
You had
coach
to
and
go
all the
back in time
players.
to undo the scandal.
Nope, not in this episode. No,
Okay,
it's
gotcha.
a little different. So the NCAA or whatever made them get rid of all the players and all the coaches. So they hire this new coach who wants to change everything up and be unique and different. What is the actor's name? Who played the coach?
Back Scottula.
No. But I mean, you had just with that you had Evander Holyfield, Kathy Ireland, Sinbad, Rob Schneider, Jason Bateman. Oh, they're the coach, Hector Elizondo. I don't know if you guys are familiar. If you saw him, you'd know him. But I mean, the cast was ridiculous. It was hilarious. Very similar vibes. Kind of they did a whole longest yard bit where they brought these. They wanted to kind of teach them a lesson, so they brought in this prison guys from prison to play football, and it was a bunch of like actual NFL players, and that's where Evander Holyfield played the part. He was one of the inmates who played against these guys and beat the shit out of them and stuff. But it was always on HBO. It was one of those HBO movies that I just watched endlessly over and over, not just because of Scott Bakula, but because it's legitimately funny movie. The football's fun. The sequences are great. Love the movie. So Necessary Roughness, 1991, would be on my Mount Rushmore.
It's a good pick. Love that movie.
Brian, what about you? You got somebody to argue?
I love. I don't know if you guys have even seen it. This is an older movie, of course. 74 again, The Longest Yard. So, young Burt Reynolds, and some people don't know this, but Burt Reynolds was a college football star. He played for FSU. He was a very good player, and he had a career-ending knee injury in college, and then he wound up, of course, eventually turning to acting. But interesting concept. I'm sure you know at least from the remake, right? So there's a team of prisoners, and there's a team of guards that are semi-pro team, and the warden has this great idea that he's going to play a exhibition game of a team of prisoners versus the guards, and just a whole, very oddly, cast of characters, pulls a team together. Burt Reynolds was a former football player in the movie, and rallies the team, and then the wardens. It's just an interesting concept, right? So the players have nothing to gain, but potentially extending their sentences and all this and that and the other. But they decide to rally together and play their heart out to beat the guards at any cost. And it's just there's there's some dark moments in this, but there's a lot of hilarious moments, and the game itself. Once it gets to that, like all these movies, once you get to the game, there's always the big game
Sure,
scene.
sure.
And it's very fun, very compelling, and I don't know. So I just really enjoy the movie. I caught it as a kid, so probably on cable at the time, and that was one of those movies for me that I watched, again every time it came on. So hard argument with you guys being younger. I don't know if have you ever seen the original? Did you maybe have seen it? Nick's probably never seen it.
It was one of those that I remember it being on TV, like you said,
Yeah.
HBO or whatever. I don't remember, like, I couldn't tell you, scene by scene, but I do remember it being on HBO and being on the TV. Not sure how much I paid attention, in my youth to it, but yeah, I do remember. I remember scenes, like there's bits and pieces that kind of do creep in my memory.
So it really just uses football, and they have there's no way the prisoners are ever in any position to
Right.
stick it to the guards. It's never going to happen in their prison life. But this was their lone opportunity to humiliate the guards and fuck over the warden.
Inflict pain.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Richard Keel's in this, very young Richard Keel, like the huge dude that played Jaws in the James Bond movie. He has a big part in big part in this, I guess, for the time. But and of course they rally and win. It pisses off the warden, and that's really it. I mean, you never know what really happens afterwards, but they did win the game and maybe gain some respect to some of the guards. So
And then proceeded to get their asses kicked by the guards
right the next day.
every day after that.
yeah, there was
Yeah.
a couple actual football players in this. I think like Ray Nitschke, who was like a Hall of Famer for the Green Bay Packers, was in a couple actual players and stuff. But I don't know. Fun
That's cool.
movie. Hard argument with you guys. Never seen it.
Yeah,
but
I've seen the remake, obviously, that Adam Sandler did, and then I'm well aware of the original. I don't think I've ever seen it, but like it's, I mean, culturally speaking, it's a very popular movie and one that people often reference. So I'm certainly aware of it. But yeah, I don't believe I've ever seen the original.
Okay. So for me, it's
Terry
probably going to be one of the.
in it.
Yeah, that's right. No.
Yeah.
That's somebody else. That's another movie. That's another movie. I think you're thinking of Hooper. Burt Reynolds had a movie called Hooper, or Terry Bradshaw made a cameo.
Okay,
in
maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah. Yep. Anyway, not going to win. At least had to honor it, if nothing else. So, anyone else want to make a pitch?
I will bring up. I'm going to go for The Waterboy next. I picked The Waterboy because it is a classic Adam Sandler comedy.
Sure.
Maybe not The Longest Yard so much, but The Waterboy certainly. The Waterboy was one that grew on me. The first time I saw it, I was just really thrown off by the voice and the whole act and the whole Bobby Boucher character. But there's so many great quotable lines that come from that movie, and I can't tell you how often I look at somebody and go, "I'm the water boy. I got a wooden spoon." Like it's just stupid stuff like that. I mean, it's typical. I mean, peak Adam Sandler kind of. Yeah, I don't know. That's one of those movies that I feel like it gets better and better every time I watch it. Like it's funnier every time. But it's just so silly and goofy. But the whole Kathy Bates in that movie is fantastic as his mom.
Henry Winkler, the coach.
Henry Winkler. Yep. Yeah. Absolutely. So no, it's just you guys know, you've seen The Waterboy, small town kid.
I've never seen The Waterboy.
Really?
I've never seen The Waterboy. I had the same issue that you did with the voice and the stupid character, and I just never got around to seeing it. But it is one of those movies. It's probably the movie I've seen the most that I've never seen, if that makes sense. Yeah. Like of all the clips you see online, I feel like I've seen it without actually sitting down and seeing it.
Yeah.
So I would agree with the cultural, the iconic cultural placement of it.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's like for you, I don't even know if you would really even like it. I mean, I'm not sure, because like I said, the first time I watched it. Now, granted, I was a young kid, but the first time I watched it, I was like, it had some funny moments, but like I said, I was more just kind of thrown by. At that point, what I knew Adam Sandler from was Happy Gilmore and like The Wedding Singer and stuff, like
Fuck,
really
I watched
solid, just regular comedy movies. And I'm like, I don't know about the character. It's kind of
I watched a little,
gimmicky and
I watched a little bit of Billy Madison the other day. I
right.
flipping through the channels, and I'm like, oh my god, I don't know if I could sit and like watch all of this. I love the movie, like it was fucking fantastic, but like today, like watching it now, maybe it's one of those that you just leave in your memory of like how good it was, and don't revisit it because it, in fear that it might maybe alter your thought a little bit for it.
So it wasn't as good as you remembered it. You mean
Correct.
originally?
Yeah. There were
Okay,
there's a couple scenes I'm like, oh no, all right, we're changing this because I know I like this movie, and I'm not in the mood for it right now. I don't know, but I wasn't going to find out, so I changed it real quick.
Okay,
It's give me cringe, those cringe feelings watching it.
gotcha.
All right. Okay.
Tell us
What's
about this
another one?
Cowboys movie, Brian. What's
I have
the
never
Dallas
heard of
North 40. Yeah,
Was this a sequel to Debbie Does Dallas? Tell us about it.
No. So let me
okay.
pull it up here. Let me get the author's
Debbie Does
name
North
here.
of 40 in Dallas.
Yeah, go Debbie. Can we add that to the list? Is that considered a football movie? I mean, she played it.
It is football themed.
Yeah.
That is for sure. So, yeah. So this was a 1979. Young Nick Nolte is a star in this here, guys. Mac Davis. Now, Mac Davis, you may know, he was a country singer that also did some acting back then.
Where do I know that name? Hold on.
John Matuszak. There's a few. You would know.
Please pause the show
Mac
while
Davis.
I look this up.
You saw.
Please sit silently while I look for this.
So yeah, again, it was based on a book, and it was really a controversial book at the time.
Oh, that guy. Okay. Yeah, I know that guy.
So it was a semi-autobiographical novel by Peter Gent, a Cowboys wide receiver in the late '60s. So he played back in the Don Meredith era, Nick. So he played for Tom Landry and some of those early Cowboy teams. And he wrote this book that was based on the Dallas Cowboys back then, right? So that's where they got the screenplay for this book. And they're going to call the Dallas Cowboys. It's one of those fictional leagues, but it just has all this kind of very semi-real content of what pro football was like back then. So, guys are injured. Like Nick Nolte is so beat up and he's still trying to play. Right, they're shooting up to play. Right, drugs, parties, debauchery.
Hell yes.
All that stuff going on. So
that's a lot of behind the scenes of this podcast, if we're being honest.
That is true. Yeah. That is true.
Steroids, like nobody's business.
That's right. That's right. But anyway, so if you like the kind of the realism, like what's really happening in the life of a pro athlete, especially back in the time when it was more rough and everything. And of course, behavior was you can get away with a lot more stuff. I'm sure back in those days. Hell, you can but even in the '90s with the '90s Cowboys for that matter. But But again, but there is some compelling thing. Nick Nolte he's like the central character where he's trying to hang on. Like I said, he's a star player, just trying to fight through the injuries. You have that whole dynamic and everything. So, but again, if you like that dirtier side of the game of football, you will definitely enjoy this movie. I haven't watched it. Sure, there's maybe some of that going on. So.
I tell you, Brian, I mean, I appreciate your pick, but if I want, gritty, true, real life in my sports movies, I'll turn on Angels in the Outfield. Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm. Yep. But check it out. Like, I know it's a tough argument because again, you haven't seen it. It's an older movie and everything.
Yep.
I'd never watched it until a couple of years ago or so. Allie and I were sitting on my old front porch and nice day. I'm like, we want to watch it. But you know what? I keep reading about this movie. We pulled it up, watched it, enjoyed it. I don't know if I ever really need to watch it again necessarily, but it was definitely
Well, that's not a
definitely
great
entertaining. Well, it's not like a feel good story necessarily. You know what I'm saying? But anyway.
One of the best. Never want to fucking put eyes on it again.
No, but again, for that type of dynamic, that type of story, in the game of football, it's definitely a good movie.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Let me finish up mine with Remember the Titans. I think everybody has seen this, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Long time ago.
And I don't even just mean like on this podcast. Like it seems like it's like the ultimate football movie. When people talk about like sports movies, people bring this up. Excuse me. You have Denzel Washington, a very young Ryan Gosling. Let's see. Trying to look at the cast here. A very young Hayden Panettiere. Just adorable little girl. It's talking about pulling at the heartstrings, and it's definitely, especially it came out in the time, didn't come out at the same time as like Varsity Blues and all that.
It was a little after because that came out like early to mid 2000s. I want to say Remember the Titans.
Well, this was 2000. No, this was September of 2000.
Wow.
Remember the Titans was?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay. So yeah.
Actually, let's go on a quick little side quest. Ethan Suplee, the big guy from Remember the Titans, the big heavy guy. He was also in My Name Is Earl.
Oh, yeah. He was in Boy Meets World, and
yeah. Have you seen him lately?
Yeah,
he got lost a lot of weight.
Actually, he got buffed too.
Yeah, that dude's fucking jacked. So I looked down and I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot he was in the movie. That dude's like jacked now. But it is just not just the football itself, but the motivational speeches that Denzel gives. Come on, and he could have read the phone book and it would have been great. But the message in it as well. So on and off the field, I think that a lot of it was meant for, off the field.
Sure.
But what makes it for like a great film? A lot of, we have on my list, I have like, oh, that's a fun one. That's a fun football one. Oh, that one's good in football action. This one was a good film. This one had heart and soul. The writing was insane. Like it was a film that had football in it.
Yeah.
Right.
This is around the time, I think, when Disney started doing this, where they started making like movies that were like really well done, right? There's always in Disney live action films, there's always been a feel good story or a good message, but this was like a good dramatic performance, kind of live action Disney movie. I feel like this is like Remember the Titans kind of is towards the beginning of that time for Disney.
Yeah. Because I was looking at this, I pulled up a list because my first two were Necessary Roughness and The Replacement. So, and I knew that there was like a wide range of options, right, for this. So when looking through this, I saw that and I just forgot like how goddamn good it was. I'm like, I'm putting this on the list to like show Carter. Right, at 14, I think that's like the perfect, time for this. I think he'll enjoy it too. And again, the message is fantastic. Some of it's a little, a little difficult to watch, but that's what they're trying to convey is like how rough the integrating the the races back then. What is the 60s maybe? I think it was based in.
Yeah,
something like that. But yeah, it was definitely worth revisiting. Unlike Brian's, who he could care less about watching ever again. So that's my argument.
I didn't explain that the best, but yeah, no, it's good.
I'm busting balls.
Yeah.
I'm busting balls.
Yeah. No, it's a great movie. Like you said, it's got a lot of like very serious messaging in it, and supposed to make you uncomfortable to have those important conversations. But
Yeah.
so when I was a kid, like that was a staple in like high school. I feel like every time they would wheel out the TV
Big
on
TV.
a movie day, it was always at that time when I was in high school. It was always Remember the Titans or Monsters Inc. I think those are the only two VHS tapes fucking Barberton High School owned at that time. Remember the Titans
That's a
and
huge goddamn difference.
Monsters Inc. So I've seen Remember the Titans many, many times. I saw it when it first came out and liked it, and I watched it a lot, just in between naps and study halls and free days and things like that. But it's a great movie. It's really well done. It's I think it is one of the most quintessential football-related films that there's ever been.
Okay.
Because I mean, if you're looking at just if you look at all of our lists, and let's look at and just base what we're going to put on our Mount Rushmore, our ultimate Mount Rushmore, and you just go by actors, goddamn Denzel. Come on.
Sure. Yep. Okay.
I would say it certainly has the most impactful messaging of any football movie I can think of, and
that's only because we weren't allowed to put Monsters Inc. on here.
That's right. And the lesson of being, united by sport, and that's kind of one of the things about sports too. That regardless of where you come from or what beliefs you have or whatever, like when you're on a team, that's like your family. You know what I mean? So it definitely relays that message as well.
All right, I think that's the first one we put on the list here, guys. If you agree, I like
agree.
you said, it's been a while since I've seen it personally, but like you said, it's definitely the whole team dynamic. It's Denzel as a coach; he had a great performance in it. I think all that warrants. It's always in any list. Any list you look up, give me the best football movies. That's always in the top
Titans.
3 or 4, typically.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Absolutely.
that makes a lot of sense.
Yep.
Positive message, everything like you said. Okay.
All right, Brian, real quick, do you care to argue Jerry Maguire?
I need to at least.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah,
let's hear a little bit of it.
I mean, Jerry Maguire. I mean, certainly one of the most. 2 or 3 lines from that movie. Everybody knows. Show me the money. Of course.
Yeah. You complete me.
If for some reason you don't know this movie, it's more the angle of the agent. The sports agent. Tom Cruise. Cuba Gooding Jr. is in this before things got kind of weird with him or whatever. But so it was fun. He played for the he played for the Cardinals in this movie. I think it was the Cardinals
so.
he played.
I think you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, I know there was a scene they played against the Cowboys, Jerry Jones a little. But anyways, so the football part of this is fun. But that's not the main. Of course, the main focus is the agent perspective, trying to get a good deal for his client and the whole dynamic there. Yeah.
Was Renee Zellweger in it? Was that who was the?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, the love story. That part was pretty good. But you know what? Tom Cruise is great in this.
Was acting the hell out of that movie.
Sure. But definitely a memorable role for Tom Cruise. He acted the hell out of this role. I just love the whole, help me, help you. Help me, help you. I like that better than show me the money.
Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, it is him just, blowing his gasket, acting the hell out of it in only the way Tom Cruise can. I mean,
absolutely.
I know a lot of people have this Tom Cruise love and stuff. I'm not there, but I get his appeal. I get his he's not Brando, he's not Denzel, but he is a great actor for the way he's a great actor, if that makes sense.
Sure.
Yeah, he has his own specific kind of
and
style,
whatever it is,
I guess.
right?
Yeah.
And it's the believability is there, but the way you have to go, I'm watching a Tom Cruise movie,
right? But if you want, it's a well-rounded list of sports themed movies, football themed movies,
Yeah.
I think you have to strongly consider having the business side
For sure.
of it. There's
That
certainly a
makes
couple movies like
sense.
that. You got Draft Day out there, which I still haven't seen, by the way. Draft
Are you
Day,
fucking
got
serious?
I haven't.
Never seen that
I haven't
movie
seen
yet.
it.
That's
I haven't
why
seen
I'm
it
wearing
yet.
this.
I know.
Draft
know.
Day was almost on my list, but I'm like,
Yeah.
you got to go remember the Titans. Draft Day was definitely up there in choice. Dude, watch Draft Day. Even if you're not a Browns
Really,
fan,
I've heard
it's
so
just
many people say don't watch Draft Day.
What?
I've heard it's a notoriously boring movie. Like people were like,
we are strictly right now talking about the business end of it. If you're looking for a football movie, don't watch it. If you're looking for action and shit, it is dialogue based. It is sports contract business related content. So if that's what you want to watch, it is interesting to see how it is. I mean, the writings and it's again, you're not looking at an Oscar-winning movie.
Dean's slowly backing into. I don't ever need to see it again, but it's
no. I will watch it again. I actually enjoy it. What I'm trying to get at is that the dialogue and everything is like contract related. They go into a lot of stuff. So if you are like, if you turn on, you listen to your local sports talk radio, and you enjoy that aspect of it, yeah, you'll enjoy that part of it. But don't go in there looking.
Not on the list.
Not on the list. I'm just telling you, you should give it. You should give it a shot. It's not on the list for a reason. It's not one of the best sports movies. I went and saw it, in an advanced screening because it was the Cleveland Browns, and I'm glad I did. It was fun. But no, not one of the best sports, especially because you don't see any football being played.
All right.
So
same thing watching the actual Cleveland Browns. Thank you very much.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. Any other ones that we haven't argued? No.
Don't. I think that's everybody because I mean,
no, we got it.
Dean and mine's list were almost identical. So,
yeah. All right. I'm coming back again. All right. I didn't explain this too well, but I think again you have to consider the underside of the sport. I think you have to do that as well. We got a sports.
Are we talking Dallas?
No, I'm going back to North Dallas, Florida again. I am because I know you haven't seen it, but I think from that side of the sport, it portrayed a lot of things very well and things that you really should not forget that really happened. Those are guys, again, they were beating up their bodies for not a lot of money, just struggling to get by, playing kind of combination for a love of the game, and that's all they knew how to do. They had the skill to do that. Maybe didn't have a whole lot of other talents in life, but that was something that they could do and make a living with. And the stuff that they were just doing to get by and just immerse themselves into because they had that opportunity. And it's like, all that temptation and everything as a professional athlete, all that stuff I thought was portrayed very well. And again, it was Nick Nolte, young Nick Nolte. I mean, just a badass back then. This is like pre 48 hours of Nick Nolte. You know what I mean? He had that kind of look, the feathered hair, mustache.
I tell you what, I'm looking at the images right now of it, and just strictly the visual of the images from the movie, to me, it gives off the football version of Slapshot.
You know what? That's a very good description of that. Yeah. It's a very good description. Again, so I'm gonna push that a little bit more. Just if we're looking for a well-rounded list,
was that the dude? Oh, that's the dude from Revenge of the Nerds. Is that him?
Ogre?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't remember if he was in it or not.
Maybe it looks like him. Maybe it's not him, but it looks like him.
It was another guy, John Matuszki or something like that. I think he might have been an actual ex-football player, big dude. Yeah,
you said feathered hair and mustaches, and for that reason alone, I'm willing to consider it having a spot.
Sure. Okay. I'm actually considering trying to find it and watching this.
You should. I mean, you really should watch it. You really should watch it. When I said I don't need to watch it over and over, I don't mean it because it's a bad movie. It's just something, you get it.
All
But
right,
anyway,
yeah.
it's
Okay.
worth a watch.
Yep.
So I'm gonna push that again.
Okay.
Okay. Of your list, though, which one would you say you feel most
Ooh,
deserves up there,
That's a
Brian?
good question.
Because I feel like culturally speaking, The Longest
Nope.
Yard is Jerry
No.
Maguire's a pretty big one too.
For my personal favorite, Longest Yard. My personal favorite, Longest
Okay.
Yard, because it has a lot of the buttons in a football movie. Again, it's figuring out, again, it's sort of it's a different dynamic of it, a different version of it, but it's a ragtag group of guys. Burt Reynolds has to pull them all together. He's the only guy that's ever played, any type of semi-pro or college football in the movie, right? He played a guy that played football.
Yeah.
And just to get them to rally around, again, they have nothing to gain other than, again, humiliating the guards and the warden. That was it. We're going to stick it to the warden. And even if it means he's going to fuck with us and put us in whatever he's going to do, we don't care. All we want to do is stick it to the man. And of course, they wound up doing that. And it's just a whole. And again, the game itself, that watching the game is still to this day a very compelling act of the movie. So if I had to argue for one for me, that would be the one. And it was good enough to make a remake with Burt Reynolds.
That's exactly what I was about to say, Brian.
Mm-hmm.
Is that everything on our list? It's the only one that somebody felt and loved the movie so much they wanted to make it again, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
that's not bad argument there.
Culturally speaking, I feel like The Longest Yard is certainly up there, top three. Like you hear it a lot, you hear it talked about a lot, and I feel like that one, just from just a pure pop culture standpoint, should be up there.
Okay.
You know what?
All right.
I'm willing to second it.
Second it? Okay. All right. Nick, you could put it on the list? You need to think about it.
No, I'm ready to put it on the list.
All right.
All right.
Here we
Number
go.
two.
Number two,
All right.
The Longest Yard,
Longest Yard.
1974.
Awesome.
So, again, Longest Yard, 1974. Remember the Titans. I would like to actually jump in, and because of the conversation we've had, I really want Necessary Roughness on here. It's that's it. When you scream, or when you say Necessary Roughness, it screams my childhood. I have there's certain movies that give you that visceral reaction and take you back to a certain time in your life, and that is definitely one of those movies that does it. It's it's an HBO movie. It's so fun. And if I can get Denzel and Scott Bakula on the same list, I think I've done something in my life. So
that's probably the first time they've been on a list together.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
You'd be onto
That
something.
is true. And only, but yeah. So
no, I love that movie also. I remember the first time I saw it, and I think, like you said, it was an HBO. It was just on TV on HBO, and I was doing something. I was pretty young, and I just kind of remembered thinking it was funny, and I'm like, what is this? Like my dad's like, oh, this is this movie, Necessary Roughness, from whatever. But yeah, I've always liked that movie. It's just it's comical. It's a good football movie.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen it. I do remember enjoying it at the time. But Sinbad's in it, so I'll give it to you.
There you go.
The
That's
edge,
right.
the edge
That's
for
right.
Sinbad.
Sinbad
That's right.
puts us over the edge.
That's right.
All right, Necessary Roughness.
Yeah.
At number 3.
And I mean, without that stepping stone, he may have never been able to make what ended up being such a Hollywood hallmark and Jingle All the Way. So there you go.
Of course.
Good stepping stone picture.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm gonna go to bat here for The Replacements because I love this movie so much, and like I said, it's the first one that came to my head when I thought of this list. It is the football movie to me. I would agree that Remember the Titans is probably more the one that is, has a little more heart to it, has a little better, or not going to say better, but it's a little bit more of a serious message to deliver and things like that. But The Replacements is just so much damn fun, and it's just a great early 2000s comedy movie, and like I said, it's got good heart to it too.
Yep, got a good message.
And I love the hell because these guys are, it really breaks it down to the game itself, right? These guys are not, they're getting their chance to make a name for themselves and get paid to play football, but it's really not about that for them.
It's their
it's
one
about,
and probably only chance.
it's about
to
them
live in the spotlight.
playing this game for all these years, and this is their chance, and they're doing it because they love it. And I love the movie.
And again, if we're talking about acting performances in this, Jon Favreau is just delightful. Like, he's
I
the
forgot about
big,
him.
The tough one that keeps, with the broken nose.
Yeah,
give me the football, give me the football, give me the football.
Yeah, that's right. There's actually, if you go back, it's been many years since I've seen it, but
fantastic.
It's like there's probably a lot of people that you would pick out in that movie and be like, oh shit, yeah, like I didn't realize he was in it too. So but I love the Replacements.
From the 7-Up commercials to the Replacements, you really thought Orlando Jones was going to be like a big thing.
Yeah. Well, on Mad TV, he was. Was amazing on Mad TV.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is you thought there was I guess he could still do it, but he kind of disappeared or whatnot. But
I'll give you the Replacements.
Okay.
Again, it's been a long time since I've seen it, but I know I enjoyed it, and like you said, the whole storyline, like you said, I mean that convinced me that the guys playing for the love of the game, that really they know they don't have any chance to play on an extended pro contract or anything like that. Like you said, it was their opportunity and they took it, no matter how long it lasted. They made it happen. So yeah, that's good stuff. It is a good message, and really, like you said, speaks to the love of the game. So
absolutely.
Good.
Well, that's 4 out of our 5 spots.
All right, boys. What I'm looking at here, I think the legitimate argument, Nick, is Waterboy or Jerry Maguire. If there's Brian, is that one of the two that you'd probably argue?
I think so. I mean, I'll say North Dallas 40. I'll take that as my honor selection there. I do recommend watching it to get that, again, the grimy side of the business of the sport, if you will. Those are guys playing for the love of the game in different ways. But I'll let that pass. But I tend to agree with the last two.
All right, so boys, duke it out.
All right.
I'm going to say again. I think that. I'm going to re-argue for a second the Jerry Maguire again. So if you're looking for, like I said before, a well-rounded list to look at the game in a different angle with the whole that it's the reality of the game, sports agents and everything. I mean, that's just where it is with professional athletes. So to see the game from that perspective, I thought was interesting, compelling, and again from Tom Cruise. One of his better roles, more entertaining roles, I should say, is certainly at the very least. And again, Cuba Gooding Jr. was very good in this. They played very well together as his client. So all that was just a lot of fun. So for me, the edge would go to Jerry Maguire between the two. That's just me.
Okay.
For me with the Waterboy, I would say I enjoy the Waterboy. I like it a lot. But at the end of the day, it's a comedy movie that incorporates football. It happens to include football. I don't feel it's as much about football, and I would actually also give the edge to Jerry Maguire because, like you said, it is more. It was not one of the movies that came to my mind, but the more we've talked about it, and the more that I think back to, that was probably 98, 97, somewhere around there. 96.
Wow.
Such a huge movie, like you said, those quotable lines, and how big of a deal it was when it came out. I would also give the edge to Jerry Maguire. I do like The Waterboy. I think it's funny and I enjoy it, but more than anything, it was Adam Sandler's next comedy movie, and this one has football in it. But it's not really about football. It doesn't pay homage to the sport in a way that I think in a different way that Jerry Maguire does. So I would go with Jerry Maguire.
Well, then I will third that because we're putting Jerry Maguire number
Right.
5.
There we go.
I do like The Water, but from the Adam Sandler ridiculous comedies, to me it is one of his better movies.
Yeah,
I do agree with that.
All right,
It's
boys.
a little Nicky, but it's all right.
Yeah, yeah.
The
not
ultimate,
bad.
I love little Nicky.
Is that it, or we have another one?
the
That's five.
ultimate convincing idiots Mount Rushmore of
All right.
football movies. We have number 1, Remember the Titans. Number 2, The Longest Yard from 1974. Number 3, Necessary Roughness. Number 4, The Replacements. And number 5, I'm sorry, Jerry Maguire.
It's a good list.
Now look at this. We have like the who's who of iconic actors. Denzel Washington, Burt Reynolds, Gene Hackman, Tom Cruise, and
Keanu Reeves.
And other people.
Scott Bakula, ladies and gentlemen, pulls up the ultimate list of iconic actors.
Richard Kiel.
Sinbad.
Yeah, Sinbad.
All right,
of course.
it's all.
Yep.
Kathy Ireland's on this list. God damn it, Kathy Ireland.
That's
Enough said.
90s. That's 90s
We just-
gold right there.
That's right.
90s
We just
gold.
done life there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's a good
All
list.
right, boys. I think we did it. I think we have the perfect list. And if you out there have your idea of your own list or want to tell us what we did wrong, which I'm sure you think, so Nick, why don't you tell them how they can do that?
That's right. Well, you can find us on all of your favorite social media accounts. You can find links to them conveniently on our link tree. Go to Google, type in that search bar, Convincing Idiots, link tree. And then you can find the links to all of our accounts. You can go there. There's also a link to our email address. That's where you can reach us directly. You can find that information and even more on our website, which is convincingidiots.wordpress.com. This has been episode 279 of Convincing Idiots. I have been Millennial Nick.
Hey, I'm the Zennial Dean.
Gen X Brian.
Have we convinced you? Episode 279 is up. And it's good. At least listenable. Decent.
We'll see. Did you just see that shit? If you liked what you saw, like and subscribe. Come back. You're gonna wanna.
Ham grape.
How's that?
Good. You look like you have robot eyes when you look up into the light.
Yeah. Cross-eyed robot eyes. Yeah.
But how does it look? Does it look weird?
Just the middle front part of it, yeah.
This
Yeah,
part.
this part's weird,
All right,
yeah.
good.
Yeah, less of that. Everything else is fine.
The background, love
How's
it.
it now?
Great,
There you
love
go.
it.
Perfect.
Look at that.
Perfect. Look at that. Perfect symmetry.
Oh, wee.